Previously on My Kitchen Rules.
Get the trolley coming!
With their instant restaurants behind them, our teams were launched into the next phase of the competition. First, an Aussie street party, cooked in other people's homes.
You feeling okay? Come on, we can do it.
I'm nervous.
You're not offering any positive suggestions, are you?
In the end, it was the judges who decided which team would go into the sudden death cook-off.
And that team is Artie and Johnny. I'm surprised. We do expect a lot more from you.
I was absolutely flattened, but a part of me thought, hey, we've got that second chance now, we're just going to have to put our best foot forward.
Then, in a surprise pie showdown, it was Donna and Reed's pie floater that sank.
Donna and Reed, you are the weakest team.
I am disappointed. I'm sorry.
Winston Churchill said, when going through hell, keep going.
Tonight, Queensland take on South Australia in our first three-course sudden death cook-off.
Pressure's on a bit now, eh? Quick.
Oh my God.
I need you to do me one favour. Take a few deep breaths.
Does it show?
Joining our judges are 4 of Australia's best chefs. At the end of the night, one team is going home.
It's game on.
Tonight, one of us is going to be eliminated.
We done well in our instant restaurant, and to be taken away from this competition so early would certainly be hard to take.
Sudden death cook-off. We have got to fight to the very last bell. We have to be on our absolute best today.
Teams, this has been the first week of Major League competition at Kitchen Headquarters. Every week will culminate right here in a sudden death cook-off where 2 teams will go head-to-head, resulting in one team going home.
That really hit home for us. We so want to stay in the competition.
Every single one of you will face a sudden death cook-off. It's an opportunity for you to blow us away with your best 3-course meal.
It's up to us now to fight for it and try to keep ourselves in this competition.
Roll up your sleeve and fight for your life. This is your last chance.
It's going to be tight, but I reckon we're going to pull off a great victory for South Australia.
You won't be only serving Pete and I, but also some of the best chefs in the country. Teams, please welcome Karen Martini.
I'm an executive chef and owner of 2 restaurants.
How long the tuna, guys?
My great love of food stems from cooking in the home for family and friends.
Actually, Amber does this bit and you do this bit.
As a guest judge, I'm really looking forward to tasting some great home-cooked food.
Every Friday night, I watch Better Homes and Gardens and see her on that, so to see her in real life, it's quite amazing, actually. Toby Patek.
My take on food is that it should be simple, honest and wholesome.
Table 17, 1 Rotolo.
In this competition, I'm really looking for good technique and big, honest, bold flavours.
Liz Egan.
I'm executive chef here at Beko Restaurant.
All right, thank you.
What I hope to see from the contestants is an intelligent use of balance in their flavours and textures.
And Guy Grossi.
I'm just like Eureka. He's just a big idol for me in the cooking world.
Good food to me is food that's cooked with integrity towards the product. I want to see their heart pour out onto those plates. I want to know that they really care about what they're cooking.
To have 4 amazing chefs come and eat our food and judge us as well, that just lifts the pressure way up.
Teams, our guest judges will be joining us at the table when your food is ready. After serving all your 3 courses, you'll receive a score out of 10 from every one of us.
As if Pete and Manu aren't hard enough to deal with. Does it get any tougher?
Donna and Reed, Artie and Johnny, your kitchens are ready. Take your station, put your aprons on.
Putting on our aprons tonight, I feel like a footballer getting ready for a state of origin. I just don't want to let our state down.
It's the first quarter, the bounce of the ball, the crowd's roaring. It's game on.
Cooking teams, your entree needs to be served in 2 hours. Your time starts now.
Let's do it.
Bang, the clock starts. We are in the fight of it. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
All right, and I'll tell you if I need you, okay? For entree, we're making char-grilled quail with polenta and grape salsa. For main, we're doing pan-fried snapper with cannellini beans and zucchini flowers.
And for dessert, an espresso panna cotta with homemade almond bread.
Go, guys.
For entree, we're doing a twisted prawn cocktail with a pawpaw and avocado salsa.
For main, we are serving a
Thai-style Asian duck breast with a trio of Asian mushrooms.
And for dessert, we're serving a sticky fig pudding with chocolate butterscotch sauce and vanilla bean ice cream.
Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'll get the prawns started.
The twisted prawn cocktail that we're going to do for entree, it's a dish that really represents Queensland. The great taste of the fruit in the salsa and the nice, big, juicy king prawns done in the seasoning. It's such a Queensland dish that we're both very proud to cook.
I'll crumb it all up first. For me seasonings, I get the rice flour and I get the cheddar out. It's something that my father used to use. Use it in everything. Omelettes, sauces, whatever you cooked, he had it in it. I love this vegeta. I know a lot of people don't use it. But
it's a nice seasoning,
So remember, at the dessert, we've got a little bit of time to prep. I'm just prepping the entree. First thing I've got to make is the polenta, which is ground cornmeal. Polenta shouldn't be too hard to make. You just pour it into some hot water, a little bit of butter, a little bit of milk till you get a nice consistency, a little bit of Parmesan cheese to give it some zing. And bang! It's curdling. I'm going, what is going on here? I've done this so many times. I keep this bloody having this. I'm not putting the butter in in time. I'm thinking there's some chemical reaction going on here, and I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? No.
What's it doing?
Yeah. This batch of polenta has curdled. I've got to ditch it, and I've got to start again. Let's try that again.
He just throw the whole batch of polenta.
I'm really sure. Hey, Don and Reed, how you going?
Going good, thank you, Artie, over there. Thank you, Jonathan Brown. You going well?
Yeah, very well, thank you,
Good work.
What happened to the polenta?
Yeah, no, I just sat there and I curdled it because I was waiting for that side part. Second batch of polenta, same thing is going on. There is something weird scientific going on in my pot and I don't know what it is. I've got to get this right, otherwise we are done for.
Oh, did you just get rid of the whole batch?
Yeah.
Again?
The polenta is not something that should take you that long to make.
They're looking a little bit more.
They're looking frazzled.
The longest 3 hours of our life.
No.
So what are you doing there, mate?
I was going to make a start on that ice cream mix so we can chill it.
Rightio, okay.
With the dessert, we're going right out there and going to make a vanilla bean ice cream. It's a 3-course meal and it's our biggest risk of all is trying to nail the dessert. So if I could make up a menu that didn't involve dessert, I'd be stoked.
What about an entree main? Mate, I'm glad you're doing it, not me.
Because I know what I can be like under pressure, I really want to get as many of the dessert elements finished. To make my panna cotta today, the first thing I have to do is percolate the coffee. I put the gelatin on top of the milk. I can then add my cream, then you add the sugar. I've got to get this coffee flavour right. If I don't get the panna cotta into the fridge now, it won't be set.
With the dessert, we've got to make the ice cream mix so it's chilled enough to put in the churner.
Rightio, mate.
John is making vanilla ice cream. They're doing a fig pudding, serving warm with the ice cream on the side, so that could be quite nice. He's stressed about it, and I don't understand why they're not churning it already, because it's sitting on the side there.
Maybe they want to cool it down.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll leave that there just so we can give it a bit of a stir every now and then.
Yep. I'll remind you, okay?
As I'm filling the glasses, I'm judging how much liquid I've got left in the saucepan, and I'm thinking, am I going to have enough? Am I going to have enough? And I won't know until I get to that 9th glass. I'm just going to be a bit short. I get to the 9th glass, and amazingly, it was a perfect amount.
Well done.
God.
That's a crisis.
Teams, you've got 45 minutes left.
Get a move on.
As I'm pouring the panna cotta into the glasses, I'm thinking, am I going to have enough? I'm just going to be a bit short. I get to the 9th glass, and amazingly, it was a perfect amount.
Well done.
God.
That's a crisis.
Oh, no. I just dropped one. Oh, if I do that, what do I do? I just want to clean up. Knocking that panna cotta glass over is not a great way to start. I'm going to have to make another one. It's half a cup of sugar. And the clock's ticking.
Donna and Reed, what are you making for dessert?
For dessert, I'm making espresso panna cotta with...
I need you to do me one favour. Take a few deep breaths.
Does it show?
It is showing a little bit.
Really? Oh.
Looking at both of them, they're stressed. If they can't focus, they're going to be in a world of pain. So just get yourself sorted.
Good on you, mate.
We will.
Donna and Reed, Artie and Johnny all look stressed. This is their competition on the line. If they don't perform today, they're going to be going home.
Mate, there's 10 glasses there. We'll do the 10.
Maybe we need to add some mango in for colour.
With the twisted prawn cocktail, we've made a fruit salsa with the papaya and the mango and the tomato. That's why we called it twisted. Give me a look. Give me a bit of a Captain Cook, eh, Cobber? It's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's okay.
Watching both teams, Donna and Reed, seem stressed. They actually look like they're running for their lives. I mean, compare that to that, it looks like a couple of guys that have been doing this all their lives.
Oh, look at this. Milking a cow. We know we've got to start on the main. I've got to get that duck marinated. That's beautiful duck breast, eh?
Yeah, they look nice.
The marinade we're making tonight, it's a Thai-style one. It just complements the duck. It'll just give that nice sweetness. We'll just bring in the whole flavour up. They're done.
The last glass goes into the fridge to be set for the panna cotta, and it's a huge relief. Oh, gosh.
third batch of polenta. This one is make or break. That looks good. Yeah, it's going okay now.
Third time lucky, love.
The polenta is an integral part of this dish. Having a look at it, it's starting to form up perfectly, thank God.
Yeah, just got to get this one right and move on to something else.
I'm into the tray and into the freezer. Because I've had 3 goes at this polenta, I am way behind with my quails. I've got to get the marinade in, salt and pepper, and get them onto the grill now. For our entree, we're making a grape salsa. It goes fantastic with the quail and the radicchio and the polenta. In the grape salsa, a little bit of champagne, a little bit of sugar, cut up the grapes, mix it together, nice and thick, beautiful. After searing the quails, I'll put them in the oven at 120 just to give them a little bit more cooking.
30 minutes left, guys.
Come on, it could be your last time cooking here tonight.
With 30 minutes to go, I've finished butterflying the prawns. Now I've got to get the pans on the stove and get my oil nice and hot.
Marty, Johnny.
Manu.
What did you cook the prawns in?
Rice flour and a vegetable stock for some seasoning.
Why would it?
It's just a seasoning that I use at home.
I'm really surprised they're cutting the beautiful prawns in stock powder.
Time is ticking down so fast. I take the polenta out of the fridge, I give it to Donna, I said, turn that upside down and bang that. When grilling the radicchio, it takes about 15 seconds and it gets that bitterness out of it.
Reed?
Yeah?
Shall I check the quail?
Yeah, just let me get that going. Donna's checking the quails. I don't know what she's doing there, but I thought I had it pretty right.
Shall I turn it off? Shall I just turn off this quail?
Okay, if you want.
Is it cooked or not?
It's cooked, yeah.
I thought, how do you know? How do you know how they're cooked? So I went to the oven and got a bit, and I went, that's just about raw.
It's perfect, Donna. Yeah, just turn it up a bit. Just turn it up right at 180, okay?
5 minutes to go, guys.
You should be plating up.
Put it in.
The guest judges are arriving at the table now, guys.
Oh, mate, the other judges are up there already. Pressure's on a bit now, eh?
Yeah.
Wonder how Donna and Reed are going.
Donna's taking the quails out of the oven, and we start plating up. We didn't quite know if the quail was overcooked or undercooked. Okay, next one. Let's get the polenta down. Oh, look, watch.
I need 2. Need 2 extra ones? Yeah. I've got time, I'll do a fresh one. We're short a couple of prawns, and I thought I'll quickly cook some. Yeah, for that very last plate. All right, it'll be done. Trust me.
Teams, 1 minute to go. Quick hands, come on.
We've got to get everything on. Quails, polenta, radicchio. The next one. Quick.
Why don't we actually put 3 complete new ones on it?
Yeah, if you're going to have them ready.
Yeah, that's right, they'll be done.
This is do or die, mate. Quick.
9.
Grape sauce is going over the top of that.
7.
Quick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Step away from your benches.
Exciting, isn't it? Exciting. Bang, it's relief. We've got a good meal on the plate. Bringing our food to the table with 6 of Australia's best chefs there. I'm feeling so nervous.
This is really do or die. We're in the elimination cook-off. We're both really happy with what we've done and what we've plated up, so fingers crossed they're going to be happy as well.
Thank you, teams. You now have 1.5 hours to deliver your main course. And your time starts now.
Go.
So let's try Artie and Johnny's twisted prawn cocktail.
Yeah, the prawns are spectacular.
Nice and crispy on the outside, still juicy inside.
Bit of seasoning. They're saying salt and pepper doesn't give it enough flavour. They like to, when they're at home, coat it in the rice flour and Vegeta to give it a little bit more flavour.
They mix the Vegeta with the rice flour?
Yeah.
Sort of masks the flavour of the prawn slightly.
I know that salsa is a very Queensland thing to do, but
It's not for you?
avocado should have been the main ingredient and then a little bit of fruit in it.
Well, it's more like a fruit salad in the bowl now.
For me, I think avocado, lime, chilli, olive oil, and the prawns. Thank you.
I would have liked it without the flour, but...
Without the flour on the prawn?
Yeah.
This house is really boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
Let's try Donna and Reed's quail.
Okay.
Would have been nice if they got those grapes and kind of crunched them in with a bit of quail jus or something, a bit of herb in the end, so there's a bit of green through there as well over the top and some shine to the dish.
I was going to say I like the bitterness of the radicchio with
Against
the grapes.
the grapes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Polenta itself is quite flavoursome, actually.
How's everyone's quail cooked?
My quail was actually cooked nice and pink too. I got a pink leg and a little pink breast.
There's a lot more work in this dish than that dish.
The quails, the grapes, the radicchio and the polenta. As far as a combination goes, I think it works a hell of a lot better than the prawn and pawpaw salsa.
I agree.
Coming up, with an elimination looming,
Did you spray those?
things fire up in both kitchens.
That's the fourth time you've asked me if I sprayed them.
The teams have served the entree. Now they are getting onto their main.
That kennel is only going to take
Okay, yeah.
2 minutes.
Where's that olive oil? For main course, we're going to do a snapper fillet on cannellini beans with zucchini flowers and a olive and caper gremolata. Put the beans in now. To make the cannellini bean mix, the first thing I've got to do is cook the beans. That'll do. You've got to get it boiling. While the cannellini beans are cooking, I've got to make the sauce. Onions, olive oil and garlic, a little bit of seasoning, and that's going to be the essence of the sauce for the bean mix.
For main, Junior Nuts are doing Asian marinade with the duck breast. I hope they won't be burning the skin on because it's got so much sugar in there.
I start searing the skin of the duck, and I think I've put too much oil in it. Watch yourself. It was starting to shallow fry, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to dry fry it so I can get a nice crispy skin.
Cooking of duck is not an easy thing. It's something you can either undercook or overcook, more than any other meat.
They're not real crispy, but it's sealed. My plan for the duck is to pop it in the oven at around 180 degrees so I can cook it nice and slowly and it'll retain the juices. Duck's in. Just got to make sure the duck cooks on time.
Guys, you've got 30 minutes to go. Time is running out for you.
For dessert today, we're doing espresso panna cotta with homemade almond bread. Now that I've got the panna cotta in the fridge, I have to move on to the almond bread. I pour the mixture into muffin tins because I want the almond bread to be round and put in the oven for 35 minutes.
I've got to get the snapper cooked. It's got to be cooked perfectly. I'm going to get out the little skillets and we're going to blacken off the skin. Bang, go, girl. That's down to one here.
They really have to make sure that the fish is cooked to perfection. And in the instant restaurant, remember the piece of tuna that Reed cooked for you?
Yep, the tuna was overcooked. So I don't want an overcooked piece of snapper this time.
Right, okay.
How are you cooking? That duck won't be too far at all, will it?
That's almost done. I checked the duck and it's cooked quicker than I thought. Pull them out, pull them out. Turn it off. By leaving the door open, it's keeping it warm to a point and also letting the duck breast rest slowly.
Hold on to that or our whole competition goes down the drain. Right. I'm going to add the zucchinis and the zucchini flowers to the cannellini bean mix. Firstly, the zucchinis goes in, stir it through, trying not to make the beans up. Then right at the end, boom, put the zucchini flowers in so they stay nice and firm when you serve them. Right, good. Okay, it's good.
Today for dessert, we're going to be serving a sticky fig and chocolate pistachio pudding with vanilla bean ice cream.
I'm going to start on the puddings.
Yep. I've got to put the ice cream in the ice cream churner. If I don't get the ice cream done, the worst thing's going to happen. It's not going to be churned properly and it's basically just not going to be set.
I start off by putting the figs and the hot water and the bicarb in the blender.
Mate, do you want me to start greasing up some muffin trays?
Yes, please.
We're both starting to work up a bit of a sweat. We've got so much we've got to do, it's time to be serious.
Did you spray those?
Mate, that's the fourth time you've asked me if I sprayed them. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I'm going to put the puddings into the oven to get them cooked off, so when it comes to dessert time, all I need to do is reheat them. Timers.
Awesome, Johnny. On the pressure. They were relaxed with the entree, but main course is a different story here.
Yeah, it looks like the roles have reversed dramatically. I mean, Donna's got even a smile on her face now. They both seem pretty confident over here.
You're feeling the love. You feeling the love?
Feeling the love.
Feeling it coming from you to me, then into the food.
The snapper's on the grill and my worst nightmares are coming true because they're keeping it on there for such a long time. I don't know what Reed's doing.
I've got to make sure that the fish is cooked perfectly. I use my old method, raw, medium, well done. And that feeling makes it go right. Well done, he's just about done. To me, they may have been a little bit undercooked, so I get them up and into the oven to make sure that they're cooked through.
5 minutes to go, teams. You should be plating up.
Mate, 5 minutes. Yeah. Once you've heated your greens up, I'll start the mushrooms.
I'm going to concentrate on organising the wilted greens.
They're going to stew.
They're done, yeah.
They're done?
My love looks so good. Let's go.
You want it now? I'm happy with that.
It's cooked.
We've got the cannellini beans ready to go. I take the snapper out of the oven. We're ready to plate up.
For the garnish for the main, I've made some chilli flowers. It's just a matter of getting baby bird's eye chilies, slicing through them with several cuts and putting them in ice water so they fan out. And they're simple, but they look amazing on a plate.
You've got to make sure you have that in the freezer before the time's up. While cooking the mushrooms, I know I've put too many mushrooms in the pans, and the liquid that the mushrooms produce, all it did is started to boil them.
Come on, guys, you've got 1 minute left.
Okay, Donna, I'm putting this fish here.
I'm really worried for them.
Come on, straight on.
We've got to get the finishing touches onto the plate. The gremolata, the garnish to make it look fantastic.
Don't forget to put the duck on the plate.
Don't forget the duck. Mate, should we do something with the mushrooms? They look plain.
There's not much I can do with them, mate.
Mate, don't forget that ice cream machine.
I won't. Don't stress about it. Make sure all of them have got sauce. Go on. What's that? That's
Double check all those plates and wipe down. The ice cream, I left it going in the last 9 seconds. I pop it in the freezer.
Clean them up.
Time's up. Step away from your benches.
We've played it up now, but I've still got this niggling thing in my back mind. Is it cooked all the way through?
Hope it's cooked.
We have the main finished and plated. Walking into the judges, we put our heart and soul into this dish. We're not overly happy with the mushrooms, but we're pretty stoked with what we've achieved with the duck.
We know the duck will shine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm feeling a lot more confident with the main than I was with the entree. I think it looks really good.
Thank you, teams. We expect your dessert on the table in 30 minutes. Your time starts now.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is put the oven on.
You want to turn the oven on?
I'm going to bring us home
You
here.
got the bread knife?
Okay, yep.
All right, guys, we should start with Donna Reed's snapper.
Bon appétit.
Merci.
How's your zucchini?
Raw.
Yeah, wrong.
They've overcooked the fish instead.
I think if the fish had been cooked better, it'd be a great dish. So I really like the flavours.
My snapper was okay. Obviously, yours was overcooked.
It's inconsistency.
Bit of inconsistency again. Technique, it's just letting them down.
I would cook a plate similar to this. I love cannellini beans with fish. I think it's fantastic.
The seasoning on the fish and in the beans is good. It's working.
And there's a nice little medley of flavours happening on the plate. Unfortunately, again, there's just something that's a bit lacklustre that's not bringing it together in the end.
Actually, it looks really tender.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's still overcooked a little bit.
I think you're right, Sammy.
Let's try our Chinese duck. Very tender piece of duck, actually.
Lovely piece of duck.
How was yours?
Beautiful.
Pink. Yours is pink too?
Pink-ish, yep.
There's a little sweetness there too.
It's nice.
It's honey or
Honey
another sweet?
and kick-up
And
manis.
ketchup manis.
Well, the flavours are great, and I think the sauce has brought the whole thing to life.
The mushrooms are unfortunately a bit bland on
They
this
are.
dish.
They're actually not very nice to eat because of that. Slimy and just...
It's like having a wet sponge in your mouth.
Yeah, mushrooms make no sense. No sauce.
Duck's good. Yeah.
We've got the dessert to go. We've got 30 minutes to do it.
It's time for the butchers to become the bakers.
Artie and Johnny are actually not great dessert lovers, but they're finishing off their meal with a sticky fig and pistachio pudding. Who knows what they're going to produce today?
I pull the puddings out of the oven. I get the second tray to flip them over as well, and 2 of them stuck. Like we made extras.
I'm going to start slicing my almond bread, Reed. For dessert today, we're doing espresso panna cotta with homemade almond bread and chocolate-dipped coffee beans.
Heading into dessert, we're pretty confident this could bring us home, and we're not going anywhere.
I might need more cream, actually.
Yep.
Originally, I was just going to dollop a spoonful of cream on the panna cotta and stick a coffee bean on top. But I changed my mind and decided to whip it a bit more, put it in a piping bag and get a nicer finish.
Still got panna cottas in the fridge?
This is it. It's sudden death. One of these teams is going home tonight.
I'm going to sort that ice cream out. I want to try to give it as long as I possibly can. No, I'm going to roll them now. Straight away, I can tell that it's just not set to how I want it to be.
It's soft. It's soft. You can't even pick it up. Put it in the freezer.
You can get it out.
Put it back in the freezer, Johnny.
They look a bit stressed.
So I think to myself, maybe if I scoop them out, place them on a baking tray and pop them in the freezer, they might actually freeze a little bit quicker, and all I can do is keep my fingers crossed that it's going to work. So soft, this ice cream. I put everything into getting it ready, and I am really, really worried that it's just not going to happen.
Heading to under 20 minutes here.
We realised that we needed a sauce on the plate as well. Chocolate sauce would go with this. Can you break this up into pieces? I'll do that chocolate sauce.
Yeah, okay.
I've never done chocolate sauce before, but hey, if you just add some cream and maybe a bit of butter, surely that'll work.
I'm just organising this butterscotch sauce, mate. Once I got the ice cream done, all I can do is hope for the best. So I start to make the butterscotch and chocolate sauce.
Good evening, one more time.
Good evening.
So you've got your puddings back in the oven?
Puddings are back in the oven to reheat.
Okay. What are you serving it with again?
A chocolate butterscotch sauce.
Ooh. An ice cream?
Yes, and an ice cream vanilla.
Is it in the freezer, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Please don't go near it.
I looked into the freezer and the ice cream is all melted.
Too much, huh? How are we going to use this chocolate? How are we going to use it?
In a sauce.
Okay.
Just trying to picture it on the plate.
Tell me what you want to do with it. Are you just going to put it around the side, or are you going to put it on the...
I've never done this before. I could completely...
Well...
The pressure's on me to plate this dessert really nicely. Just do it. Just one zigzag, zigzag, and zigzag. Perfect. That's perfect.
15 minutes to go.
Just move it.
With 15 minutes left to go, I've really got to start thinking about plating up, as well as fingers crossed this ice cream's going to be set so I can serve it.
Hopefully the ice cream is nice and
It's set in the fridge.
What's going on, man?
That ice cream ain't going to happen, mate. I'm so angry about that ice cream.
Teams, you've got 10 minutes to go. You should be plating up.
This could be the last time you'll be cooking in kitchen headquarters.
What you need to do is completely separate and I need 28.
Okay. John and Reed for dessert are serving espresso panna cotta with homemade almond bread.
We put them straight in the centre of the plate, sprinkle that sauce.
Artie and Johnny are finishing off their meal with a sticky fig and pistachio pudding.
They're supposed to serve it with the vanilla ice cream, but the ice cream is all melted.
Feeling that ice cream ain't going to happen, mate. The ice cream is just not set.
Plan B? Cream?
I'm so disappointed and so angry that it hasn't worked out. Mate, you got that cream happening, don't you?
Mate, I have got the cream happening.
With our split decision to ditch the ice cream and go with the cream, we both really hope that it's not going to jeopardise the dessert.
Just tell me if it needs some more sugar or more vanilla.
No way. No more neither.
With minutes to go, I was frankly whipping the cream to get it on the plate on time. Saw that?
Wonderful.
It's cream, Addie, okay? Let's go.
Team Joelle have 5 minutes left.
Okay, under 5 minutes now.
Put the almond bread on the side.
I'm really worried about the dessert and getting it done on time.
Where is it?
Just here. No, here. Just use this one, okay? We get behind, we are done.
How you want to put the cream out? Spoon it?
A dollop of it?
Yeah, we've come into this competition wanting to do really well.
Who invented desserts?
Not us. And to be taken away so early would certainly be hard to take.
Guys, this is your last minutes.
Make every second count.
I grabbed the butterscotch sauce bottle. I'm just hoping that I haven't overcooked them, and I'm thinking if I pour sauce over them, it might just moisten them up a bit.
Enough with the sauce! Enough with the sauce! Come on!
This could be it. Don't knock one over now.
That's it, 30 seconds, last 30 seconds.
Last 30 seconds in the kitchen.
Strawberries are all facing the same way.
Don't fix it if it's not broken, okay?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We've done the best we can, and to walk away today, win or lose, we can walk away with our head high.
It's really up to the judges now, and we are hoping we've done just enough to get us over the line.
Dessert's our scary point, but we've done all right in the instant restaurant round, and fingers crossed we can do the same again.
We've done a good job tonight. It looks good. I'm sure it's going to taste good. And, yeah, we might be here for a while.
Thanks, guys. The heat's off for now. But we'll see you back here very shortly to reveal your scores.
The final dish is served, and it's time to go out the back of the house and just wait for the judges. Hopefully we've done enough and we can walk out on top.
All right, guys, let's try Artie and Johnny's sticky fig pudding.
Looks muy rich, doesn't it?
Muy rich.
It's moist.
Do you think it misses the ice cream?
I actually like cream.
It's not so sweet.
I think the ice cream would have been far too sweet on the dessert.
There's already enough happening on there, isn't there?
And that pudding is so rich and moist, and I love the fig.
I like that it was honest. It looked nice as well on the plate.
Look great.
I'm not liking the fig. It's maybe got too much fig.
You know what I don't like in it? I don't like the chocolate in it.
Let's try the non-read espresso panna cotta. Well, it's got a great flavour. It's not overpowering.
Yeah.
I would actually like a lot more coffee flavour in there.
It's there.
I think it's there.
It would be really easy to get too much of that flavour through and to have it a little bit offensive as well, so I think it's been done quite nicely.
So look at the panna cotta.
It's still a bit too set for my liking.
It is, yeah.
The most well-crafted thing on there is that almond biscuit.
She actually baked them in
Yes.
muffin
We
tins
saw that.
and then sliced them and...
Interesting technique.
I think it's great.
That actually is, that's tasty.
That's actually amazing.
It's perfect the amount of coffee.
It's like an iced coffee milkshake or something.
Coming up.
Artie and Johnny, Donna and Reed.
It's D-Day.
I really hope we've done enough to keep ourselves alive in this competition.
Unfortunately, one of you has to go home.
Walking back into Kitchen HQ, I really hope we've done enough to keep ourselves alive in this competition and not have to go home tonight.
It's D-Day. The shiver goes up the back of the spine, the hair stands on end. And it just might be an overcooked or an undercooked thing, which could be the difference of going home and staying.
Donna and Reed, Artie and Johnny. you've put your hearts and souls in tonight's competition. Thank you.
Unfortunately, one of you has to go home. Artie and Johnny, your entree was a twisted prawn cocktail. Your main was Asian duck breast. For dessert, a sticky fig, pistachio, and chocolate pudding. Let's see how you did with the guest judges. Toby?
I've got to say, I haven't seen a prawn cocktail since I was a young boy sitting in front of the television watching The Love Boat. The prawns were fantastic in quality. You didn't need to do anything to them. The highlight of your meal for me was your pudding. This evening, I would like to give you a 6.
Thanks, Toby. Thank you.
Artie and Johnny, your duck dish, mushrooms, a little bland. Your marinade, fantastic. Your pudding was sensational. Tonight, I give you a 7.
Liz?
I have to say that I really didn't enjoy your entree. Pawpaw and tomato don't belong together. However, your main and your dessert were fantastic. Tonight, I gave you a 7.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guy?
I could see you in the butcher shop, both of you there together, serving your customers with love, with passion, not only for your customers, but for your product as well. The duck was beautifully cooked, although the mushrooms were bland and insipid. But the sauce and the greens on that dish were magnificent. Tonight, I've given you boys a 7.
Thank you, Guy. Thanks, Guy.
Artie and Johnny, entree. Commend you with your presentation, but I think the salsa let you down.
You've got a whole world of spices. Don't want to see stock powder anywhere. Your main was cooked well. I'll leave the mushroom aside.
Your dessert, the highlight for me of the entire dinner tonight from both teams.
But the fact that you cancel out the ice cream and put some fresh cream instead balanced the whole dish out.
Listening to Manu's comment on our dishes tonight, I think we've both realised that what they expect out of this competition now is massive, and fingers crossed we've done enough here tonight.
For your score this evening, I give you a 7.
Artie and Johnny, I give you a 7.
Thank you, mate.
It's a grand total score of 41.
We both really hope we've done enough to keep ourselves alive in this competition and not have to go home tonight.
Artie and Johnny got a pretty good score of 41. We think we can give it a real shake.
Don and Reed for entree, grilled quail, polenta, radicchio, and grape salsa. Your main was snapper with cannellini beans and zucchini flowers. And your dessert was an espresso panna cotta.
Liz?
Don and Reid, the cannellini and the gremolata together I thought were just delicious. However, your entree and your main were both overcooked. Tonight I give you 6.
Donna and Reid, conceptually, the food you chose for us tonight was both sound and beautiful. I just think that execution let you down a bit. So tonight, I've given you a 6.
Thanks, Guy. Donna, your almond biscotti is up there with some of the best. However, your organisation in the kitchen looked slightly chaotic.
Just turn off this quiet.
If you want.
Is it cooked or not?
This evening, I'm going to have to give you a 5.
Donna and Reid, I was really, really excited about the idea of eating your beautiful summer snapper dish. But tonight, I felt across the board, some of your techniques really let you down. So tonight, I'm giving you a 5.
Starting with a quail as an entree is a great idea. But unfortunately, the stress got into you. All that stress translated onto that plate.
Your espresso panna cotta had a little bit of panache, but it just was a little bit rubbery.
We so want to stay in the competition, but man, it hit home. We've just so got to just pull something out of the bag.
For your meal tonight, I give you a 6.
I give you a 6.
So that gives you a grand total score of 34 out of 60. Artie and Johnny, congratulations, you're still in the competition.
We're so proud of each other that we've avoided elimination and that we can stay in this competition, and now we've really got to put that foot forward even more than what we have tonight and show this competition just what we can do to keep ourselves alive.
Donna and Reid, we have so enjoyed having you in the competition. Around the dinner table, listening to your stories and how much you love your family and how much you love cooking. This is what it's all about. I think you've done South Australia very proud.
We just want to thank everyone for the great adventure and good luck to everybody here.
It's been fantastic.
And good luck to you too, because you're a great couple.
Saying goodbye to Donna and Reed, they're like family, and it's a really, really hard thing to do.
My experience from My Kitchen Rules has been sheer excitement from day one.
Through this experience, I've seen that there's a much bigger world out there.
Come on, that's a great dish. It is.
Yeah.
It's a great dish.
It was just our time doing what we love doing together, which is cooking.
That's a damn good dish.
It's just one big, wonderful package.
Next time on My Kitchen Rules.
We're cooking somewhere, but we don't know what and where.
Our teams cook for a star-studded cast.
I'm really hoping Rachel Finch and Jennifer Hawkins might be joining us this morning.
In a celebrity breakfast cook-off.
Hopefully they remember me as someone that cooked a nice meal for them.
You see them on TV every night of the week, but in life, they are stunning.
Who will be the next team to go straight to the sudden death cook-off?
Oh my God!